Welcome to the channel, BL Stories, where you'll find emotional, romantic, and heart-touching tales. Sama Café, Season 2, Episode 1. You, me, and a little bit of coffee. The night was quiet. Soft wind brushed past the rooftop, and the city lights blinked lazily in the distance. Aarav and Vivaan sat side by side, 2 cups of coffee resting between them. Inside the room, little Reyansh was fast asleep, his small breathing echoing like peace. That night felt different. Silence didn't feel empty anymore. It felt safe. Aarav glanced toward Vivaan, that same gentle curiosity in his eyes. He spoke softly, almost hesitant. Vivaan, you never told me much about your family. They must miss you. Vivaan smiled faintly, but the smile didn't reach his eyes. They can't miss me anymore, Aarav, he whispered. I lost my parents when I was 10. Car accident. After that, I lived with my relative. They weren't cruel, but it never felt like home. When I turned 18, I started working part-time jobs, and now I do freelance work. Just enough to pay for college. I kept moving because I thought if I stopped, maybe I'd remember what loneliness feels like. Aarav didn't speak. He just watched him, the way Vivaan's fingers nervously traced the edge of his cup. And then quietly, he reached out and brushed a hand through Vivaan's hair, gentle, comforting. You've been through a lot, Aarav said softly. But you're not alone anymore, Vivaan. You have me. And Reyansh. Vivaan looked up at him and smiled, a smile that carried both strength and sadness. Everyone has their story, Aarav, he said. Mine just started a little early. There was a pause, a silence full of warmth. Then Aarav asked, quietly, What's your dream, Vivaan? Vivaan looked toward the stars. His voice dropped to a whisper. My dream? It's simple. I want to live a peaceful life. Work at Sama Café with you. Cook together, argue over silly things, and raise Reyansh with you. I just want to live with you both, for a lifetime. Aarav stared at him, breath soft, heart loud. The breeze carried a sense of calm, and something more. And in that moment, Aarav realized, some people don't come into your life to change it. They come to complete it. The next morning was warm, sunlight spilling through the window, filling every corner of the house. For years, mornings had been quiet and lonely for Aarav. But now, the house smelled of coffee, toast, and happiness. Aarav helped Reyansh put on his school uniform, tying his small tie while Vivaan hummed in the kitchen, making breakfast. Greater than Papa, Reyansh giggled. Now Vivaan uncle will live with us too, right? It'll be so much fun. Aarav laughed softly. Yes, champ. Our house feels happier now, doesn't it? From the kitchen, Vivaan turned and pretended to look serious. But only if someone promises not to hide their veggies again. Reyansh laughed loudly, pretending to zip his lips. Aarav and Vivaan exchanged a warm glance, the kind that speaks without words. Vivaan walked over and handed Aarav a cup of coffee. As Aarav took it, Vivaan leaned closer and placed a quick kiss on his cheek. Aarav froze, eyes wide, face turning pink. Vivaan, behave, he whispered. What if Reyansh sees us? Vivaan chuckled softly, leaning close to his ear. You look even more beautiful when you blush, he teased. You literally look like a little kid, Aarav. Aarav tried to glare, but his lips trembled with a shy smile. He turned away, pretending to focus on the breakfast plates, while his ears burned red. And that's how mornings began now, with soft laughter, burnt toast, and stolen kisses. Because love doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it hides inside tiny, ordinary moments. Soft cafe music fades in. The scene shifts to the warm golden glow of Sama Cafe. Evenings at Sama Cafe had their own magic. The smell of roasted beans, soft chatter of customers, and that warm golden light spilling across the tables. Vivaan was cleaning a table, while Aarav worked behind the counter. "Mr. Aarav," Vivaan said playfully, "today's customer count, 17 smiles, 4 compliments, and 1 old lady who said your cappuccino tastes like love." Aarav chuckled while arranging cups. "Well," he said, "maybe I did pour a little extra love into that one." Vivaan leaned closer, smirking. "Should I be jealous of that cup, or can I get a refill of that love too?" Aarav raised a brow. "Vivaan, customers are watching." "Good," Vivaan grinned. "Maybe they'll learn how a cafe owner can make hearts flutter, not just coffee." Aarav sighed, turning away to hide his shy smile. Vivaan laughed softly. Victory achieved. Then Reyansh ran in from school, eyes bright. "Papa!" "Vivaan, uncle. I told my friends our cafe makes the best hot chocolate." Vivaan bent down and ruffled his hair. "Of course it does. You're our secret taste tester." Aarav watched them, his little world, full of love and laughter. The cafe once started as a dream. Now it felt like home. The 3 of them stayed there, Aarav at the counter, Vivaan stealing cookies, Reyansh drawing little doodles on napkins. The golden light wrapped around them like a quiet blessing. Vivaan looked up and whispered softly, almost to himself, "Hey, this place feels more alive now." Aarav met his gaze, smiling gently. "Yeah," he said. "Maybe because we're not alone anymore." Their eyes held dash, a promise hidden between the clinking cups, the laughter of a child, and the soft hum of the evening cafe. Because love didn't arrive in their lives like a storm. It came like sunlight through the window. Slow, gentle, and warm enough to stay. This story will continue, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BL Stories for more emotional and romantic tales.